Hello! Excuse me for my poor audio quality. I have once again left my microphone at my apartment, and I am now suffering the consequences. So, Guti Tutti did this lasso tool challenge, the challenge in which you can only use the lasso tool, which means that you cannot draw. I don't like the lasso tool. I only use the lasso tool to sometimes draw things like grass, to kind of add random patterns quickly. And recently I have not even been using lasso tool for that, because I've been just drawing little scribbles instead, and I find that that fits my workflow better. Using a tool that you don't use all that much to make an entire drawing, it seemed fun, so I wanted to give it a try. I decided early on that I wanted to draw a squirrelpaw because the last time I drew warrior cats I was drawing a leaf pool, so it feels like it makes sense. And I decided that I wanted to do a forest scene because that's the only thing I can do. However, I started having problems really early on.
Okay, gotta start somewhere. Okay, that's really ugly.
Now, the challenge does not specify whether I'm allowed to actually sketch my drawing before starting to work on it with the lasso tool. I decided, in order to save myself, that I'm going to make a sketch, because it wasn't working out. I wasn't able to do it like this.
This is the first thing I'm drawing today, by the way, so I don't remember how drawing works. I haven't drawn a cat in like 2 weeks. I am having problems with just like the scale of the trees, as usual. This is like my most usual problem. The perspective doesn't make any sense. I haven't even like started the challenge yet, and I'm already struggling. How does this happen? I have like forgotten how to draw.
I have mentioned that I struggle with making the cats in the forest look actually small. Like, I just tend to draw the cats way bigger than they actually are. I was really trying to get the proportions right, even though that's not even the challenge here.
Okay, I would like it if the forest floor wasn't just like flat like this. If it instead had some stuff going on. Maybe I'll draw like rocks. I feel like the cat is still too big. I mean, I could just... There. Okay, that should help me a little bit. Now to actually start on this challenge.
At first, drawing with the lasso tool felt very clunky. I usually start my drawings with a gradient, and I wasn't able to do a gradient because I don't think that's in line with the challenge.
Shoot. I don't think I'm allowed to like use gradients or anything, so I'm gonna have to get creative here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm getting somewhere with this. Now I have like kind of a gradient going on, so I guess I could start trying to actually paint this thing. A little bit intimidated by this challenge.
But as I started chipping away at this piece, I found that it really started coming together. I have been practicing my digital painting lately, a lot, so not being able to have things like line art wasn't a problem at all. And I found that once I got past that initial weirdness of this challenge, I actually found myself really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's kind of starting to look like something. This actually isn't a bad way of doing ferns, I don't think. I think this works just fine. Except that they're a bad color. I'm starting to kind of be at a loss of what more I want to add to this, because I find the lack of detail kind of charming. I don't know. Do you think she needs eyes? I don't think she does. Yeah, I kind of think that adding more detail at this point kind of makes it worse. It might be better to not do that. Oh, this is an interesting strategy. So in case you're not realizing, I'm like chipping away at the selection in a way that I'm trying to like create a gradient, because I'm not sure that I'm actually just allowed to use the gradient tool. So I'm doing this instead. Okay, well, yeah, I did that for no reason because this didn't work anyways. I don't know. It might look better without. I think that's a sign that I should probably stop working on this. When you start making additions and you're not sure whether they make the piece worse or better, that's where I'm going to stop.
This piece took me a little less than an hour, and I feel like I really like the end result. And now that I'm on summer vacation, I expect to have a little bit more time to draw bugs and kitty cats alike. If I'd like. YouTube doesn't really pay me these days, so I might also open commissions, maybe. I have linked Kotitoti's original video of the challenge in the description if you want to check it out, and that's all I have, so bye! I finally managed to figure out like how small cats are supposed to be in the forest. After being in this fandom for like 8 years, I have finally figured it out. I finally know how to draw a cat in the forest, I think. That took a while for me to figure out, yeah, I know.